Today on the channel, we've got one of my most anticipated Marvel Legends of the year. We've got Professor Hulk on Way I Got It Figured.
The Way I Got It Figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured, back with another Marvel Legends review. This time, we're looking at the Incredible Hulk, also known as the Professor Hulk. The Professor Hulk, as he became to be known, first appeared in Incredible Hulk number 377 way back in 1991. And when he first showed up, he was really just called the Merged Hulk because he was an amalgamation of the Green Hulk, Bruce Banner, and the Gray Hulk, who at that time were the only alternate personalities of the Incredible Hulk that were known. Eventually, we found out that Doc Samson, who brought this about, essentially lied to Bruce and told him, he basically used trickery to merge them, but in truth, he actually subsumed the original personalities of Bruce Banner, Joe Fixit, and the Green Hulk, or Salad Head, as Joe Fixit would refer to that version of Hulk, and created a new uh, alternate personality within Bruce Banner's personality disorder. So, we didn't have a Professor Hulk before that. He actually sort of created him um, to keep the Hulk from losing control. And, he had pseudo uh, psychiatric reasons for doing so. So the Professor Hulk is yet another one of Bruce Banner's alters. But that initial ride of the Professor Hulk was one of the best things we ever got, in my opinion. I mean, along with the Gray Hulk and everything, it just continued along that trend. And the particular version of Hulk that they gave us from War and Pieces, with the with the bullets and the blaster and the bunny slippers, was one of my favorite moments in Incredible Hulk. And there is a flaw with this figure, but I'll get to it. Um, at least let's say I would have something I would have liked to see. I won't call it a flaw, because I do love it. I love it even in the package. But that's a sort of primer on Professor Hulk and where he came from, what his deal is. We're gonna get him out, check him out right now. All right, so we've got Hulk out of the package, and he comes with quite a few things. One of the things he comes with that I sort of left out of the frame is his pistol. And yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got the bunny slippers, which almost was like the main thing that sold me on the figure. And he's got an angry face, fisted hand, a trigger finger, which we got with Joe Fixit not too long ago, and um, some spectacles. Which, if I remember right, the spectacles didn't come until later. But I haven't read those issues in a long time. I don't think he had the spectacles when he was wearing this getup. Um, but it's been a while. It's been a while. So I said that there was a flaw or something I wish that I had seen in here with this figure, because he's perfect other than one thing. He should have came with a giant Bachoom gun. So he's got the pistol, but in the comic he had a large, bazooka like weapon that he was running around with as well. But at least he comes with one of the guns, and so that's okay. But I would have liked to see the big gun to go with him. But I get it, they piece these figures out part these figures out and cost these figures out to the very engram of plastic, and so that's why we can't get everything we want in life. But I still like what we got. So he's got the bullets, and of course, you can take those bullets off because if you want to display him not as if he was on the cover of War and Peace is #1, part 1, then he wouldn't have the bullets on. But he looks cool. So he's a big, beefy figure. He's the Hulk. He's a partial of the original kind of Hulk body that they got running around with, in terms of kind of the arms and the legs, even though they've removed the pins, and he's got the pants legs down here that are, we've not gotten those before. But the feet are the same as always, and he's got butterfly joints now, so his chest is a little more articulate. You can see. Let's see what what that really boils down to, and it does make a difference. You can kind of do kind of a angry pose. His joints are very tight. But yeah, he's pretty cool, and I'm pretty happy so far. Definitely want to try the spectacles, even though, like I said, I don't feel like they're really canonical to this particular getup of the Hulk. But I might be wrong, because maybe he put some glasses on in an issue. During the Dale Keown run. I just don't remember that. But the glasses fit perfectly. And so that's another thing you can do. Take those off. Change the head. That looks a little bit more apropos because he's angry. And then we'll put the spectacles on, and they fit on that head as well. And that's all good. But the one thing we definitely got to try on is, of course, the Hulk-sized bunny slippers. And they fit great as well. Of course, this was all happening during the heyday of the Arnold Schwarzenegger era of movies and stuff. So, the idea of Hulk running around, with a bunch of guns is just part of that era. But one of the things you definitely want to be able to do is recreate that classic cover. And you certainly do that with this figure. And I'm super happy with him. I think he's awesome. Part reuse or not, whatever. Part reuse, be damned. This is one of the Incredible Hulk versions that I've waited for a long time. Of course, I've been getting most of my wish list in terms of the Incredible Hulk. But this is definitely one of them that was up there. So there you go. There's your sort of overview of the Incredible Hulk, the Professor Hulk. And what we're going to do next is do some comparisons. Okay, so I've straightened Hulk out, Professor Hulk out to more or less his full height. And I am pleased to report that he actually stands a little bit taller than even the Green Hulk, which of course I have the custom Immortal Hulk sculpt on that I got from Alex Klein a few years ago. Shout out to him. That guy's awesome. And he is, so in the comic book, the original Green Incredible Hulk is 7 feet tall. Joe Fixit is 6'6". So he was smaller. The classic interpretation of Hulk was 7 feet. The merged Hulk was 7'6" because he was, combining the Gray Hulk and the Green Hulk. And so they've kind of, pulled that off on the figure. A lot of times I do sort of have issues with some of the sizing and scaling of certain Marvel Legends characters. The Hulk always seems like he's a little bit too big, but at least relatively speaking with the other Hulks, he's like right where he's supposed to be. So that's cool. You want to have a Hulk shelf, he's going to be exactly where he's supposed to be at. Even if I put the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends Hulk head on here, he's still going to come in shorter than this Hulk, and so that's I'm good with that. All right, so we kept comparisons short and sweet, and I guess just for the purposes of showing some shorter guys, we'll throw in Captain America. I can always make an excuse to get him in a video. Daredevil. They're tiny. They're puny, as the Hulk would say. So there you go. So with that said, going to move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Marvel Legends Incredible Hulk, Professor Hulk. Yeah, this guy's a 5 out of 5 for me. Pretty sure you can tell from my enthusiasm just playing around with them. This is what I wanted. I got everything I wanted, minus the big Bachoom gun. But, maybe third party will have something like that. But it's not, it's not a deal killer, obviously. It's just something I would like to see. But the figure, I love it. It's already one of my favorite Marvel Legends of the year. And it's going to be hard to top for me, Obviously, there are great figures, but there's also like sentimental favorites. And sentimental favorites top technical good figures for me. Like the figure could be technically great, but if I don't care about the character as much, it doesn't do as much for me. But I do think they did a great job with the Hulk. They gave him some additions, and it's a really good figure, and it's a character that I love. So there you go. That's going to do it for this one. Obviously, we've got more Marvel Legends coming, so please stay tuned to the channel. Be ready to tune in for that. Till next time, everybody stay safe. Happy collecting. See you on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.